just going to do a little recording. So welcome everyone to today's topic of building a doTERRA wellness business. And I'm just going to share my screen with you now. And this is my husband, Mark Naylor.
Hey everybody.
Who,
good to be here.
Yes.
I wasn't really meant to be here. I mean, to be honest, you asked me to come and help with the chat. So that's what I'll be doing primarily, is helping anybody with comments in the chat box. And I can't really keep my mouth shut too much, so I'll have to make some comments at some point.
I'm happy for him to make comments. I think it's great to hear the man's side of things, because as some of you may be experiencing with your other half, that he may be curious as to what you're totally excited about, and maybe what you're spending money on and all that sort of thing, which I definitely experienced in the beginning as well.
Yeah, if you have any specific comments about your partner being involved, then I'm happy to try and answer that to the best of my ability as well. So it's always a bit of an interesting topic.
Yeah.
How to get your partner involved and how to keep them on your side when you're spending all this money or spending all this time. Et cetera. So that's always something we can talk about in the chat if you like as well.
Yeah. Okay, we've got a couple of people who've been sharing a lot. They've shared to Elite. So that's really exciting. Teresa and Tracy, well done you.
Let's keep the time today. Oh, this one, because we've blown out last two, so let's try and keep them together. I'm the timekeeper as well. So.
Okay, all right. Well, the reason I've got the share guide on here at the beginning is because, like a lot of people, I was a little bit nervous about launching a doTERRA business. I didn't feel like I knew enough people, for one thing, and I also felt very awkward about the sales and feeling a bit pushy. So I wanted to show you the share guide and for you to really utilize it, because the share guide is known as the soft launch. Okay, it's the soft way to help someone launch their business, to get them hosting and sharing with their friends. So really great one there. Remember also, in order to win the Yarrow POM, to share the hashtag EO Symposium. And I'm going to give you a bit of a call to action at the end of the session today. And if you can be doing that call to action on one of your social media, Instagram or Facebook, something like that, and tagging EO Symposium, that would be really awesome, because I'm going to be the one sending it to you, which is really cool. Sorry. So.
Oh, I can't. How can I do the chat when you're doing that?
You can do it now. There you go.
Thank you.
So the agenda for today is, first of all, we want to basically run through these top 7 questions. First, who is doing this business? And I'd love to get an idea, if you could pop in the chat box for us, what is your day job? What are you currently doing to pay the bills? Or maybe you're a stay-at-home mum and your husband is earning. But regardless, that was my situation as well. I was a full-time mum and also an illustrator, but I really needed to be able to contribute financially to our family. So a student and a writer, stay-at-home mum, beautiful. Thinking about starting a doTERRA business and a user of all for 15 years. Love it. Childcare educator, surf instructor, life coach, and Sue's a gold in doTERRA. And someone else's Val, you've shared to executive but can't get further than that and would love to learn how to build it further, and you're a stay-at-home mum. Doing doTERRA markets every weekend by Tracy Sears, and running a cleaning business, husband just retired. There you go. Well, we are a mixed bunch, aren't we? And with that, I am really excited to say to you that doTERRA actually is a vehicle that's perfect for everyone. And we're going to go into that. So why partner with doTERRA is another thing we'll cover. What it actually takes to do this business compensation plan, very, very much the basics. And then how to actually start, what your next steps are, and then training opportunities that are available to everyone.
Can everyone see Jody and myself? We just had someone say they can't see Jody.
If you're looking on your phone, you'll be able to swipe left or right and you'll be able to get different views, okay? But if you're on your computer, it's a lot easier to do Zoom. You get to kind of see more things that way.
Oh,
so these are the sorts of people, and a bunch of you would already fit into this some of these categories. students, stay-at-home mums and dads, bloggers and Instagrammers, chiropractors, healthcare individuals, nutritionists, corporate individuals, fitness instructors, holistic healing centres, yoga instructors, retirees thinking about their retirement opportunities, empty nesters who are thinking, oh, what do I do with all this time I've got in my hands now? And maybe you. And I know a few of you already do fit into this, and I think it's pretty cool that we've got Tracy who's on today as well, who is an accountant, because we had an accountant on for our first session, and she was just so blown away by this minimal investment that we have to make in our business to be able to start a doTERRA business. So
we're going to do this really quickly, aren't we, this page? Really quickly. Yeah.
The whole point is we don't want to feel rushed.
No, we don't rush, but we're just going to just
that was actually
over.
one of the worst comments that people gave on the first symposium, was the feeling of feeling rushed.
That's right.
So let's just
let's just
relax.
cover it succinctly.
And yes, we have all the time we need to do what we need to do and cover everything. So what's that? Someone mentioned something?
You're awesome. I love it.
Okay, thank you.
She just put me in my place.
So why would we partner with doTERRA? First of all, hands up here, who would still be purchasing doTERRA oils if there was no business opportunity attached to it whatsoever? Exactly. That's exactly right. All of us would still be here, myself included. I want to have these oils in my life just as much as you guys, and we would be buying them regardless. How awesome is it that we get to actually be paid to be the mouthpiece, the marketers of doTERRA? I just love that. So also the doTERRA difference is that 65% of people that we introduce to doTERRA are going to have a repeat order every 3 months. That is what our retention rate means. Okay, so that is pretty phenomenal in itself. When we compare doTERRA to other direct sales companies, doTERRA, we lead with our products, okay? Whereas other companies are leading with their business opportunity, which is why you see the cars on stage, the loud music, the rah-rah and the hype. I've never been in another direct sales company, but I'm sure some of you, if you want to pop your hands up and show me if you've ever done a direct sales company before, I've heard very strongly that, yeah, Tracy Sears raised her hand. There you go. So we know that other companies do rely on that business opportunity and finding business partners primarily before customers, okay? Our products are selling regardless of our opportunity, whereas other companies, their product sales are depending on the opportunity. And for us, we're sharing a wellness lifestyle compared to sharing that opportunity. When you look at how proven and stable our company is, I really want to emphasize just how incredible and stable our income and our business is. The first 7 years are a great indicator of how good news travels like wildfire when it comes to a beautiful, incredible product. I know a bunch of you probably were similar to me, and I just joined. I thought, I just absolutely love these phenomenal oils. I'm sure there's going to be other people out there that feel like me too. That was exactly what went through my mind, and that has been the case, proven here in this graph. You can see Apple's trajectory was very, very similar to doTERRA's in their first 7 years. It just absolutely spiked with the way that good news just traveled so effectively. We are the largest essential oil company in the world. We have almost 9 million customers, I just found out recently. So we're in the 8 millions right now when we enroll people, which you would know. So they are just incredible. Robin says she's been using oils for over 15 years, and doTERRA oils are some of the best she's ever found. Exactly. And how amazing that we have access to them, right? We don't have to be a practitioner to access such powerful, potent products. It's just wonderful. I love it as a mum and as a friend, everything. So also, we're global. We can literally share anywhere in the world. There is no excuse for anyone, regardless of where maybe your heritage comes from, Europe or Asia or anything like that. We can grow a doTERRA business globally. We are part of the $1 trillion wellness industry, not the multi-level marketing industry, not the direct sales industry. We are actually part of the wellness industry, which is far bigger and far greater, which is why a bunch of you are already in the wellness industry right here now, doing that. The surf instructor and life coach, Lisa, and a childcare educator. We really are just accessing so many different incredible people. So the sky's the limit with who you choose to share with. Also, the accountant who was on here earlier, and I know we've got an accountant here in Tracy, how incredible is it that we have such a massive, phenomenal company that is actually debt-free? That's a big one, okay? That's in itself means that we are incredibly stable. And we are led by a vast array of talent when it comes to our executive team, our owners. By the time this was written, it was 150 plus years, but by now it would be over 200 years of combined industry experience with how they lead is just incredible. doTERRA as a company are caring. Okay, we are partnering directly with farmers all over the world, especially in developing nations. You can see that we do put a primary focus on trying to partner with developing nations to lift them, the people in their communities, so that they too can benefit and be empowered through doTERRA. Having been to Nepal and Hawaii, I know what it's like to see the banners as they welcome us into their community. In Hawaii, which isn't a developing nation, but they have it there saying, Kona, Hawaii's the big island, welcomes doTERRA. We are so excited that you are supporting our biggest reforestation program. Like, how amazing is that? All those Hawaiian sandalwood trees were chopped down and now they're just being replanted for the biggest reforestation of native plants to Hawaii. Nepal, when you're welcomed into Nepal, you see that, this school, I've forgotten what the name of the school was that we stayed at. The school welcomes doTERRA. We're so grateful that you were able to build new buildings. The way that they welcome us is just amazing. Medical clinics. Like the list goes on and on and on as far as the good that's being done around the world. And please go to source2u.com if you haven't already. You can plug in the batch number of your bottle and see where it came from. The people, the story behind the bottle is what will come up for you, as well as the testing that's been done on that batch for complete transparency. So just doTERRA touches many, many lives with each and every purchase that is made, and you get to share those stories and be proud of them. There are 3 steps to success when it comes to getting started and what that looks like. And the first one is using the products. Exactly.
Bit of a cliche, a bit of a simple one, but really, really, really important. I was just talking to someone this morning on the phone, and they were asking how we were dealing with this, crisis, and personally,
pandemic, economic crisis.
I said, well, it's just normal life for us here. We're just surrounded by these products that are really reassuring for me personally, and for Jodie, of course, and for our kids. And it's a sort of a confident safety blanket, if you like. Like, you get up in the morning and you take your oils. We take them internally, we diffuse them, topically, the whole gamut. We're using the oils all the time.
Symphony of the Cells. Hopefully, a lot of you have learnt Symphony of the Cells.
Yeah, Symphony of the Cells. We do a lot. So with that in mind, it's such a reassuring thing. And so I sort of had to tell this lady on the phone, I said, look, it's just normal game on for us. Every day is the same. Yeah. So
Dr. Hill actually advised all of us to be diffusing more. Okay. So we kill airborne microbes far more effectively when we diffuse them before we even breathe them in. Step 2 is to share doTERRA with others, quite simply. And step 3 is to support those people that we've shared with. Okay, use the product, share it with others, support those people that we've shared with, and repeat. Okay, and then those people, we want them to repeat that as well. So when it comes to sharing, I just want to dissect that a little bit more and what that looks like. First and foremost, there are 3 presentations that I would like you to become really confident at. Okay, and they're simple, and you don't even have to know them off by heart. You can read them straight from the handouts. The Essential Oils 101 class, also known as the Natural Solutions class, is a class that you can get in the Empower Kit, okay? And that's all the documents that come with teaching a class. So the Essential Oils 101 class is something you can read through, but to actually share the oils and introduce new people. The next one is the Lifestyle Overview, which is running through the Live Guide. You can literally read through the Live Guide and ask those questions that are in there to set up a 90-day wellness plan for your new person, okay? And the last one is the Business Overview, and that's exactly what we're doing today. This is the Build Guide, running through, reading through the Build Guide one-on-one with your person. The more duplicable you are, the more easier and likely that someone is going to go, oh, so I can just do that, what you're doing? That's easy. I can read through that. In fact, I could do better than you. If someone says, I can do better than you, you've just like hit the jackpot, because it's like, okay, go for it. Go and do better than me. Go forth and be impressive and amazing and wonderful, because the more simple and duplicable we are, the more opportunities people are going to hit repeat for us. And we actually have a whole business and organization that's going to be working for us. So let's talk about how do we actually get paid in doTERRA. In the very beginning time, before you have very many people underneath you, you're going to look at earning our main initial source of income, which is our short-term income, called Fast Start. Okay, and Fast Start is paid to three generations of enrollers in our business. So, for example, I'm going to use you ladies who have shared your screen. Thank you. Dowsy, just say I enrolled you, right? And Dowsy, you enrolled, when you joined doTERRA, you joined with 100 PV worth of product. So that means that whatever you spend in your first 60 days, regardless of whether you're on LRP or not, let's hope you are, because I get to earn 60 days worth of Fast Start, right, on whatever you purchase. So I'm going to earn $20 because you spent 100 PV. Now, just say Teresa enrolled me. Teresa is actually going to earn 10%, and that's $10, okay? And then just say Val enrolled Teresa, and Val's like the grandmother of everyone, and Val's going, yeah, go forth, help everyone enroll. You're going to get 5%, Val, so you'll get $5 when I enroll Dowsy. So that's how Fast Start works. It's all based on what Dowsy spends in her first 60 days. All right. Now, the long-term income is a little bit different, because just say, for example, Val is a really gung-ho builder, and she's actually placed people in her tree under Teresa, under me, and things like that. Well, then we get to actually benefit from the income that Val's, and the work that Val's been doing as well. So building a team can be, you don't necessarily have to be enrolling everyone to be receiving an income. And that becomes the uni-level income. And uni-level is incredible in doTERRA because we actually earn the most on the deepest area of our tree, compared to that being flipped in other network marketing companies where you earn the most on your front line. So doTERRA actually promotes team building as opposed to having every single person directly underneath you. So that's another really beautiful aspect about our business. The other long-term incomes that we earn are bonuses, and bonuses come in multiple different factors depending on the rank that you are in doTERRA and how your structure is built. But we do recommend that you look at that you tune into the symposium, the business symposium on the 18th of April, because there's going to be an in-depth compensation plan training on that day with John Overbeek, where he'll run through all of the different ways that you can earn in doTERRA and what that looks like. So today's just really brief, just to show you straight off the bat, first 60 days, we get 20% off new customers. So the next step in the build guide is we talk about what level of activity you can put into your doTERRA business, and also what level of income you need to receive and what that looks like as far as a rank goes in doTERRA. So for example, if you can only afford to put 3 to 4 hours a week in, you can't really be expecting to reach diamond by the end of the year, okay? Diamond is something that really needs a whole lot of time and investment, full-time investment in achieving. But you can expect to have your products paid for, okay, in the next few months or so. Whereas if you're looking at supplementing your income, that's anywhere from, say, $500 to $700 to over $4,000. Supplementing your income requires activity of 10 to 15 hours a week. When I say activity, I want you all to recognize that being on here today is not including activity, okay? That's preparing, you're educating yourself, but it's when you're actually inviting people, that's when you're duplicating yourself. That's true business activity. Inviting, presenting, and enrolling. Those are the business activities that are going to grow your business for yourself. So next time when there's another symposium or another online training that you can tap into, when you invite people, that's when you're going to grow your business. So spend time on those money-making activities. When it comes to replacing your income, that's the rank of gold or above. Often people feel like they can genuinely retire from their day job at around the rank of when they're stable gold. And that's a really good income for a lot of people. And I want you to consider, what are you going to create when you have this type of income? Are you going to have more time to travel? Are you going to feel like you've got financial freedom? For me, we needed to pay our school fees, okay? We were on fee help for a year at our school, where we were washing their laundry and sweeping the school. And we were doing that just so we could stay at that school. It's a Steiner school, so we had to pay school fees. And in that year is when we achieved the rank of platinum. And that just made an epic difference to our income, and it meant we could keep our kids at school. So maybe it's dental care. Maybe it's just having a decent family holiday. I'm not sure what it is for you, but I want you to really genuinely consider, what is it that I really need to make life easier for me right now, or better. And those are worthwhile things to put onto your vision board, not a rank, because, you know, your angels don't necessarily know what a rank is, okay? But they know what it is that's close to your heart and what you need. So these are some average stats that doTERRA has given us about income potential and the time that it takes to get there. And these are just indicators, okay? We all have our own timeline and our own journey and our own amount of people that we have under us. But the average elite, if they're putting in, say, 8 hours a week, it's going to take them 6 months to get to elite, okay? So that's realistic for some people, 8 hours of inviting, presenting, and enrolling. But for someone who wants to genuinely achieve the rank of gold and retire themselves from their day job, they would need, in order to achieve that rank in 15 months, they would need to put in 35 hours a week. Okay, this is a realistic timeline that you can look at, but you're going to get paid for it. So think of how you can put that time in. Do you have to get up earlier in the morning? Do you have a day off? Can you devote your Saturday afternoons to that? I'm not sure where you can fit in your time, but it's worth scheduling it in, because we know that when time is scheduled, it makes a difference. Here are some quite obvious facts about what it takes to build a doTERRA business. The obvious thing is it takes time, okay? For us, we sat at the rank of Premier for 18 months. Our team grew, all of those things happened, our income grew and everything, but our rank didn't change because we didn't have the right kind of structure going on. But it took commitment to be able to overcome that and progress through those ranks for us.
That's the key word, is commitment, isn't it?
Exactly. And Lena, or Linaz, I'm not quite sure how I pronounce your name, but she's mentioned here in the chat, 35 hours of doing something we love and are passionate about. Well, it's easy, isn't it? And that's exactly the right approach to have to this. It's like a hobby. If you love it, you're just going to keep doing it because you love it. And maybe you don't necessarily get paid what you deserve in the beginning, but you get paid more than you deserve in the end. Mm-hmm. Okay? So just remember that, and it'll be well worth it. It takes commitment and it takes consistency. You genuinely will have support. There is a massive community available to you, which is why these symposiums are happening. I'm not sure if any of you are in my team, and it doesn't matter. That's why we're here, is to help everybody at events like this. You will have to think of training as business training. Like I mentioned earlier, being here yourself right now is helping you prepare. It's building your knowledge. But if you really want to grow your business, invite people, share that knowledge, okay? You will have people who just simply don't understand you, okay? Some of you, if, you know, even the fact that you're using essential oils might be foreign to some of your friends. They'll go, what? You're using peppermint instead of Panadol? That's weird, man. You know, like you might get some of that, but you also might get people who don't understand the fact that you're doing an MLM type business, a network marketing business. Elena Brow, one of the most beautiful world-renowned yoga instructors in the world, she said she copped so much flack when she started her doTERRA business because all of her fellow peers thought that she'd sold out in doing her doTERRA business. And here she is now, you know, now they realize, well, these oils are incredible, and isn't it clever that you now have a residual stream of income along with your yoga business? That's clever. So I just think that that's wonderful that even some of the most top leaders, ourselves included, have copped heaps of flack through time.
And often it's the people who are closest to you that get the most flack from.
Flack or
just resistance. It's my parents, after doing this for how many years now, over 7 years, my parents still don't understand.
They prefer their Colgate.
Like,
you know? Like
but they don't even want to talk to me about doTERRA because they don't understand it. There's a lot of fear there. And so they just avoid the topic. It's like, oh, how are you doing with that oil thing? Anyway, it's been nice weather, hasn't it? So they just change the topic. It sort of upsets me, but like the most resistance will come from people who want the best for you, but don't understand what you are trying to do.
Oh, Ingrid has just said, everyone in her closest world rejected what I was doing. There you go. And you know what? That's the next point. You will have to push through obstacles. The Tupperware lady. Oh my goodness, we are so not Tupperware ladies, right?
Yeah.
We are just remember who you are. What's that come from? The Lion King?
Lion King.
Remember who you are.
But we're doing what 98% of Australians are not doing. Like no one really chooses to do an MLM, I guess. It's like you are born into this 9-to-5 mindset and that's how it is. And if you go against that grain, you are seen as someone who is really out there. And all we're really doing is building our own business fundamentally. We're entrepreneurs. We're like, anyone who does this has a vision. That's all it is. You're a visionary.
You are. Congratulations. And you will personally and professionally develop. It's a non-negotiable thing that you are going to personally and professionally develop completely. And we've already mentioned about that quote, didn't we? Or was that in the last session?
Which quote?
James Bybee.
No.
Have we tell I don't,
so many quotes.
This is the third time we've done this. I don't know if I'm repeating myself or not. Did we say this is a personal development company wrapped up in essential oils?
That's what it is.
Isn't that beautiful? A leader from the US coined doTERRA as that because you actually will.
Justin Harrison.
It actually was James Bybee who did it first.
James Bybee,
yeah, but everyone says it.
Go and watch Van Down by the River on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's really, particularly for partners who are not on board, men primarily, go and watch Van Down by the River.
Yeah.
It's on James Bybee. It's his story, Presidential Diamond, and it's a very, very powerful thing to watch.
Oh my goodness. We have met some of the most incredibly inspiring people through this business. It is just so much fun. I feel like we've just, grown as people, found so much hope and so much joy in our life. Like it's just such a gift. And to be able to do this business with our best friends.
It's Van, V-A-N, Van Down by the River. Sorry, I'm probably not loud. Van, yes. V-A-N.
Yep, by James Bybee with a double E on the end. Sorry, you're a Kiwi. So yeah, make sure you reach out to those who you really want to do this business with. Your besties, your people your lifers, you know what I mean? The people that are around forever. Approach them first. Thank you, Erini.
Yay. Very
That's
clever.
awesome. That's a great link. So your
Short
investment start with the product, time investment, 3 hours a week or more, whatever you put in, you're going to get out. And your monthly investment is that 100 PV loyalty rewards order each and every month. doTERRA will only pay you if you place that order each month. I'm going to go. So
2 minutes
steps
together,
to
2
launch,
minutes.
become a wellness advocate. For those couple of you who are not yet wellness advocates, it's a little button on the right-hand corner that you click. But my recommendation to you is actually to reach out to your enroller before you click that button, because your enroller actually has, if it's after your first 90 days, your enroller will possibly be able to move you to a more prosperous area for you and them into a business builder's position. So currently you might be in a customer's position and they can move you. It's not a guarantee, but it might happen. So definitely talk to your enroller before you upgrade. Join your upline team's oil builders Facebook page. You're probably already in the oil support customers Facebook page, but no doubt your upline will have a builders and sharers Facebook page, which is where you'll get lots of inspiration.
And if you're not particularly resonating with your upline, or if you're not close to them and you just don't get the inspiration that you feel you need, then go to someone else. We've had people on the calls today who are getting getting their education and their help from someone else. Okay, so we're all part of one big family. If you're inspired, Jodie's inspired by Natalie Goddard. Some of you maybe know Natalie.
Anything
So we are not
does.
part of Natalie's team, but Jodie has known Natalie for many years and sort of got a good friendship, haven't you? So she reached out to Natalie, and Natalie's led her into her diamond calls. So it's really about reaching out to people who you are inspired by and getting that help from somebody.
Something I really recommend is anything that corporate offers as well. Corporate select, speakers that they believe are the best, who know their topics. So really take advantage of those wellness workshops. They're all being offered online at the moment. There's some new ones coming out soon. And obviously conventions coming out early May. So get as many people to convention and watching that as possible. And Empowered Success is going to be a part of that too, learning about the business. I know that because I'm one of them on there, which is awesome. Something that's really duplicable that you can do yourself and pass on to others is the daily mentor calls. Go to dailymentorcalls.com and you're going to learn directly from Elise Shedevy, triple diamond, like the top ranking leader of doTERRA, who talks about how to do the basics in the most effective way. And it's basically set out so you do one call a day. Some of them might take a couple of days because there's a bit of activity on those, but they're brilliant. The next step is you have to schedule this stuff. I know I feel good about myself when I've got stuff in the calendar, when I've got appointments scheduled, a call with someone to help them, an online class to do. Make sure you've got your calendar with something going on every week, ideally. If you can do some sort of presentation a week, that is the way that you can move the needle forward on your business. Consistency. Ingrid has just asked, whose team are you on?
We're on the lovely Kerry O'Neill. Please don't take that the wrong way about Natalie Goddard. We are on Kerry O'Neill's team, and she's amazing, and we love her. So
yeah,
she's our
Kerry
upline.
O'Neill, Robin Simon,
John
Overbeek, and our upline. We're actually Elise Shedevy, who does the daily mentor calls, their upline, but that's open for everyone. Okay, so don't worry about that. Treat it like a hobby, get paid like a hobby. Treat it like a business, get paid like a business. And that was spoken by the wonderful Peggy Smith, who's a USA founder and a Blue Diamond. So these small decisions that you make to grow and share and invite people can actually create really big results. Okay? Being brave, stepping out of your comfort zone, reaching out to that one person who you think would just be totally awesome to partner with in doTERRA. Just put yourself out there, be a good friend, and let them know that you've started this amazing essential oil business and you're looking for someone who would love to do it with you.
Remember, someone had the guts to ask, or someone had the guts to share doTERRA with you all. Someone had the guts to share it with us. So just pay that forward. And
not so much the business. I found the business myself, like probably some of you did as well. But sharing the oils for sure, like totally change your life, right? Once again, remember, we've got the hashtag EO Symposium, and my call to action to you is to set your goal, okay? And I'm not talking about the rank. I'm talking about what's your goal? What are you needing to achieve? And ideally, it might not happen, but it doesn't matter. Set a time on it, okay? So by the end of the year, maybe, or maybe in 3 months.
This year's a bit of an anomaly year, but yeah.
This year's an anomaly year. So maybe your goal is, my goal is to have 2 online presentations a month. And by the end of the year, I'd like to reach my, what would you say?
From what point?
Sorry?
What do you say?
I'd like to have 15 team members within 3 months, for example. That's a decent achievement.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's an awesome one.
Set some goals. Set some goals. All right. Well, look, we've run out of time. We've gone over time, so thank you all for staying with us.
Sorry.
And Jodie has a tendency to go over time.
I don't like you to use the word time.
Time.
Just stop using the word time.
Well, thank you for joining us. And I'm putting my place once again. I hope you enjoyed that. I've got something out of it. And that was our 3rd time round. That was that word again, time.
The symposium thing is when you do an Instagram or a Facebook post about when you're sharing your goals online, use the hashtag EO Symposium. And that way we're actually going to select a winner to receive the free Yarrow Pom. There's lots of winners when we go back into the main room.
Back into the main room now?
Let's... Hang on.
Yep.
3:20. We've got to go. Okay, Let's go back into the main room, guys.
Bye, everybody.
See you soon. Bye.